Good afternoon, and welcome to a Blind Talks with Blind Prime. I haven't done one of these in a while, haven't told you any stories or like blind armor or something, so I figured I would now. And this one's going to be a blind tip. The tip that I'm going to give you today is what I call cup zones. Now, this is a blind people problem, but maybe you sighted people could use it as well to help you in your daily lives. Consider it a slight life hack. Cup zones are zones of your house where cups exist. As a blind person, I'm akin to knocking things over. I'm a little clumsy. My elbows hit things all the time. I reach for something and I reach for it too fast or too strongly and knock it over. So I usually prescribe to sifter cups. The half tall cups that you would usually use. Pour whiskey in or something. I drink all my beverages out of those. They're shorter, they're a bit wider, they can handle being knocked around a bit without tipping, which is important for a blind person. You're going to have a lot of messes. For water, I use a water bottle that has a closing lid. Um, that way, my water bottle's been all over the place, but because it's got a closing lid, it's allowed to go into zones that aren't normally cup zones. Now, a cup zone is a zone of your house that you're not worried about anything spilling on. For instance, my entire work area here is not a cup zone. The only beverage allowed in here is the sealed water bottle. Sorry, I don't have any place in this room that I do my recordings in that I consider to be a cup zone. They're not here. Bathroom has no cup zones because if a cup falls in the bathroom, well, it could shatter. And if it shatters in the bathroom, ooh, that's just bad because bathroom is where you're usually barefoot. So, bathroom, no cup zones. The cup zones that I have a zone beside the fridge on the counter there where I'll leave a cup overnight or something like that if I want to have some water, or it's usually my teacup. I just keep it there. Then I have my coffee section, my coffee area where the coffee cup sits on a little folded napkin, and that cup can go other places. The My coffee table is a dual layer coffee table, like it's got a top and a bottom, and the bottom shelf is where the cup zone exists. That way, if it spills, it's not going to get on anything. And then the top shelf is dry zone. If it's dry, it can go up there. So when we're doing D&D games and stuff like that, people put their paperwork on the top shelf and all their beverages on the bottom shelf. And also all the electronic controllers are on the top shelf, far away from the beverages. Gravity exists, so water isn't going to travel up the shelf to get your PlayStation 4 controller sticky and wet and ruined. No, that's an important thing. Is understanding that you're going to knock things over. That's an inevitability of being visually impaired. But how you go about preparing is important, because if you prepare the area, then even if you knock it over, nothing's going to happen. Oh, I knocked my tea over. It spilled. It woke the cat up from where she was sleeping by the tea glass, and it poured on my carpet. Let me get some paper towels and clean that up. It isn't, oh, I knocked the tea over. Quickly, grab the PlayStation 4 controller and the TV remote and also those 3 character sheets, and don't forget about this other thing. No, you see that makes it into a havoc. Like you're rushing around, you're trying to get a lot of stuff, moved out of the way before the water touches it. And that's just a calamity. That's an instance of a lot of spent energy and exertion. And if you're visually impaired, moving that quickly, chances are you're going to knock something else over. So now you've knocked your friend's beverage over on top of everything else that you're trying to clean. So now you got 2 waves of water coming upon your PlayStation 4 controller. And what you going to do now? So to nip all that in the bud, to never have that problem, you just make a cup zone. And then nothing that you want, that you don't want getting wet goes anywhere near that cup zone. And that's how you can protect yourself as a visually impaired person. I have, personally speaking, let me think off the top of my head, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cup zones. I have 6 cup zones, including outdoors, because even outdoors I have cup zones. Because if you break something outdoors, or if you, as a blind person, if I lose my glass outdoors, I'm not really going to be able to find it too well. So to stop myself from spending an hour looking for my teacup by going around to everything and tapping with my cane and feeling around on the ground, I have cup zones outside too. If I left my cup outside, Then I go to the cup zone and I check the cup zone, and boom, it's right there. It's easy, it's simple. Um, it's one of those proper preparation. Uh, what is it? Proper preparation prohibits piss poor performance. That's it. Proper preparation prohibits piss poor performance. And that's what a cup zone is. It's proper preparation for being visually impaired. Um, yeah, that's about all I had to talk to you about today. I hope y'all have enjoyed today's video, and I hope you've learned something. Just consider this a blind person's life hack. Cup zones. Get them. And if you're a person with vision who happens to be clumsy, then I suggest that you pick up the cup zone idea too, because it works for clumsy people just as much as it works for blind people. Actually, personally speaking, I think everybody should have a cup zone, because you don't know who's clumsy or visually impaired in your life all the time, and one of them could visit and really mess things up if your cup is in the wrong zone. So, food for thought, things to consider. Thank you for watching today's episode, and I hope all of you are doing quite well. I know I am. I'm enjoying this wonderful weather, and I'm really happy I don't live in Fort Lauderdale. That's the truth right there. Holy crap, that was a lot of rain. Um, Tell me in the comments below what you think of cup zones, and if you have cup zones in your own house. I'd like to hear from you about that. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.